A year ago, at the beginning of January 2025, something changed. Our beloved cat, Nemo, lost his appetite and became unusually apathetic. A quiet fear slowly settled into our hearts. He spent long hours lying in corners. His once bright eyes looked dull and tired. We watched helplessly as our playful, lively friend became fragile and withdrawn. Every meow sounded weaker than before, almost like a whisper of distress. We carried him to the veterinary clinic, holding on to hope, believing that love and care might still be enough. The diagnosis was devastating. Nemo was suffering from a tumor and severe kidney disease, illness that had been growing silently inside him. We began the fight for his life. The doctors tried everything they could, and we never stopped hoping. He received a series of infusions and was scheduled for surgery to remove the tumor. We visited him regularly at the clinic. Every day was filled with worry, prayer, and love. But despite all efforts, the illness was stronger. His kidney disease showed no improvement. It only worsened. He also developed ascites, and one by one, his organs began to fail. Nemo's small body was already too tired, too fragile to continue. In the end, we had to accept the truth. He was suffering and his eyes seemed to ask, "Please, let me go." The decision was unimaginably difficult. With unbearable pain in our hearts, we chose to shorten his suffering on this earth. It was an act of mercy, not of goodbye. I stayed with him until the very end, walking beside him on his final journey. I whispered to him, "Nemo, wait for me on the other side." On January 20th, 2025, at 15:08, Nemo, our beloved friend, left this world forever. The only comfort in those darkest moments was knowing that his suffering had finally ended. Nemo was at peace. After that, I brought the body of my dear friend home in his transport box. It was possible because the night was bitterly cold, as if the world itself had paused to protect him. I made imprints of his beloved little paws, a final precious memory I will hold on to forever. The next day, I took the remains of my friend to the crematorium, where he waited for 2 long weeks. I chose cremation because I do not have a garden of my own. If I did, I would have laid him to rest there, close to me, beneath the open sky. 2 weeks later, a farewell ceremony took place before the cremation. It was deeply moving, overwhelming, and completely heartbreaking. A moment suspended between love and loss. My family gathered to say goodbye. Nemo was loved by everyone who knew him. He was a wise, gentle, and tender soul, full of quiet warmth and kindness. A companion who left an unforgettable mark on our hearts. We brought the things he loved most, his favorite toys, his favorite food, and even his beloved olives, which he always enjoyed playing with. We held him close and gave him his final cuddles, pouring all our love into those last moments. Nemo lived in Bavaria, and this was our final farewell to him there. Beside the coffin stood his photograph, capturing his gentle presence one last time. Tears flowed freely as we stood together in silence. Soft classical music filled the room, wrapping us in sorrow, love, and a deep sense of gratitude for the life we shared. And then the moment of cremation arrived. We watched through a screen, our hearts breaking in silence. I do not say goodbye. I say, see you later, my dear, dear cat friend on the other side of the rainbow. Meow.